So here you go, Brian. This is Crane's video. Really, all I see is late weight transfer. You see that show up, right there. You see the weight finishing forward as he kind of runs off the mound. If you look at his front foot, right here, you're going to see the heel coming off the ground right there as his momentum carries him forward. So that tells you weight is continuing to transfer well after delivery. The weight is getting there. Ideally, we want that weight to stick right at landing. Another place you can see it is you see this little back foot hop. Okay, you see the top of the foot kind of dragging and the hips hopping right there. That tells you the weight never fully got to the front side, or the front side's collapsing down, one of the two, but the hips aren't getting, the back hip's not able to rotate around the front hip. Everything's collapsing down and you get that little bounce. You can kind of see it right there. See that little bounce? So anytime you see the top of the foot dragging and the hip having to rotate way after release, it tells you there's a problem with weight shift or we're collapsing the front side early. With Crane, it's a problem of weight shift, and I'll show you. So remember, if there's a problem on the front foot, late weight shift, weight going to the toe there. If it's happening on the front foot, there's probably something going on with the back foot. Okay, so this is interesting. If you just watch it this way, you don't see a whole lot, but as we kind of rewind back and forth, watch how the back heel, see how it's slipping, which tells you the weight is actually going on the leg kick right here, and you can kind of see it once he gets to the top of leg kick. Say it kind of keeps going up, so the weight's coming off the heel and onto the ball of the foot there, which is causing that back foot to slip. Okay, so if that foot, if he's not applying ground forces, into the ground here, he's not using the ground to move his hips forward, you have to ask yourself what's causing him to move forward. The only thing it can be at that point is the front hip. Even though he's trying to remain closed, it's still the front hip pulling him down the mound. Okay? We want those forces to be generated from the back foot back here. I want that driving. So as soon as this leg kick starts, he should be driving, feeling the weight drive into the ground and propelling his hips forward, where he is losing that time and he's going up, and then we get one more little last tick up as he rolls to the ball, and it's not horrible, but it's enough that it's preventing him from transferring the weight. You see how, because his front hip's pulling him towards home plate, the weight on the back leg is just kind of sagging down. That prevents any kind of, and then when he tries to jump, the weight's on the ball of the foot, so he just simply pushes out, but the weight's still stuck back here on the back. Okay, another thing we see from that as a result, the front foot's open, but look where he is at landing. The back foot's not open. His arm, sorry about the blurriness, I've copied this off my computer. Arm action's great. It's just poor timing. Okay. Ideally, we want at landing, we want both feet. In other words, we want the hips open. Okay. So right there would be an ideal place to land if our arm was right about there. Okay, so we get the timing of the lower body and the upper body is just a little out of sync, and I honestly think it all starts right there, that little bitty move. Okay, if we press into the ground on the way up, and again, grab the core velocity belt, maybe the first drill you try is put it there and go this way. So on his leg kick, he's having to push into the ground. From this point right here, you'd be able to yank him all the way back off the mound. Okay, he should be able to pull you on his way up, not let you pull him back. Okay, I think that will help him get the proper weight shift going on time so that when he does land, both hips will be open. I think that one little drill right there, honestly, I think if he will start driving on leg kick, his weight's going to be where it needs to be at landing, because it's just a small, you're talking just a few hundredths of a second difference in weight transfer that's going to create that, hip to shoulder separation, which right there, the hip should be open. That's hip to shoulder separation if the hips are open. He's going to rotate forward and bring the shoulder forward together, so he's really not getting any of that. See what I mean? Everything rotates forward at the same time. So that's a huge velocity leak that could be fixed with driving now. Driving out of the ground now, as opposed to waiting until now to try to start moving. Other than that, no, he looks good, man. I think, work with that. Let me know. All right?